Hello, guys.
there.
How is everybody?
I hope everyone is doing well.
Is your holiday season going just the way you had hoped? Mine's not.
Mine's not either.
Yay.
Yay!
And you wonder why people get older and become more grinchy through the years?
Yeah,
It's holiday seasons like this one that really take the cake.
it
do
really
it.
does. Like, everything that happens in a show or movie, holiday season wise, everything turns out great.
Yeah.
Everything turns out great. Why is it not happening in real life? False advertising, I tell you.
Well, in this episode, it's a very special Tammy and Wanda show episode.
Oh, it is.
A present for us? Gripes and annoyances of the holiday season.
Yes.
To start, do you want to talk about what ground your gears this morning, dear Wanda?
Okay, so we're going to go back to our little sesh with grinding gears. 77, if any of our listeners from Ohio, 77 North,
Between Maslin Road and
Arlington
all
Road.
of Route 8, essentially, y'all know what we mean.
Because, of course, we're trying to get to work, and they decided, just like changing their underwear,
Yep.
change the whole road map to a completely different, like, all the way back at Arlington Road is when you have to get on for 224.
Yeah. And there was a sign that's literally about the size of a piece of paper, so 8.5 by 11 piece of paper,
Yeah.
that you see for maybe 2 seconds before you're like, oh shit, I already passed it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
And then you just watch your exit 2 or 3 miles later. That's how soon it was, guys. Go by and you can't. There's cement between you.
See, I really enjoy the one meme that the Ohio State flower is an orange cone.
Or a barrel. I've seen it with
Or
a
a
barrel.
barrel.
They both apply here. So
Or, a construction hat. That's a good one.
I like the vest personally. The
The
bright
vest,
yellow with the stripes.
Yes, could you see someone pulling over and grabbing one of those vests?
Now, do they grab it while someone's still wearing it? And
Yeah,
they're just
so they
driving
don't,
along and they're like,
like, pull over, honey. I want to get the state flower so I can take it home.
flapping in the wind against the car.
While the guy is like yelling and screaming.
I'm gonna die at 65 through here. Oh my god, I'll never see my family again.
That was an interesting morning for us.
Luckily, we knew where we were, and we've dealt with that madness so much because they've been working on that for 3 years now.
Oh my god, I feel
Feels
like
like life.
it has been. I feel like they've been working on it since I started driving.
Yeah. It's always been crazy around there, but yeah, I think specifically since driving, it's been a problem for everybody.
I swear the people, and I feel like I heard this somewhere, that the man who designed the road maps or designed the whole like highway thing, he was like fucking high.
Seriously?
Or he was on some type of drugs.
Is
to
that
make
why
it
we have the
look like,
Kenmore leg? Is the Kenmore
think
leg
so.
because of pot?
Probably.
Shut up. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think-
believe you,
I
'cause-
think the guy, like, when he was doing the schematics and stuff for it, I think he was drug induced.
Well, I mean, if you're designing roads, that sounds like the most boring job I've ever heard of. So, like,
Right? Like, driving one day, I don't know why, but it just came to my mind on why do we have windy roads? I know they wanted to go with like the flow of nature and stuff like that.
well, yeah, your general natural hills and all
Yeah.
that, right?
Why couldn't it just be a straight stretch? Why? Like, why? Why do we have all the windy turns? These are questions that come up in my mind, guys. The hamster stops the wheel and has to ask that question.
Also,
and then it gets back on the wheel.
when we both disassociate, we have a habit of wondering strange things. And I think I disassociate a lot in the car. Because there are nights where I drive home from work and I don't remember
Yeah.
any of the
And
trips.
that's pretty common, because I mean, I do that too.
And you get home and you're like, that was a fast trip. It feels like I just left. No,
Yeah.
that was 35 minutes.
It's like your mind just goes on autopilot,
Yeah.
which is kind of scary, but also it's like, your body is is going to react the way that it needs to.
Is that like the old saying, once you know how to ride a bike, or it's like riding a bike, where they're always talking about how you don't lose skills? Is that like driving? It's like driving a car when you're disassociating.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, even though you dissociate, like, what did I hear? Oh, like, you have enough, I know, I'm all over the place today, guys. You have enough power to bite your finger off, but your mind stops you.
Well, because pain receptors and the nerves and stuff, you're going to go, ow, Charlie.
It's just really weird.
Charlie.
These random facts that just come out of nowhere. I can't help it, guys. It's the ADHD.
You can tell we're old enough to remember original YouTube. Charlie bit my finger. It hurt.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I love Charlie the Unicorn. That's like my favorite one.
Shine the non-believer. Shine.
That's kind of more of an Easter YouTube video, wouldn't you say? Because it's about candy.
I would say so.
It's a bit more like pastel colored.
Yeah.
So I think that's the time to watch Charlie the Unicorn. Maybe not Christmas.
I know. And that is where I would dissociate to. But what about your gear grinding this morning?
Which one?
I don't know.
Which one? I'm gonna say it's my little dog. We're gonna put all of this on Ty this time.
Oh.
So this morning I had some places to be and stuff to do, so I was up early and trying to move around, and this dog, he sleeps with us. The other one does not, because he gets restless and has to pace, and then you got to hear him pacing, and it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, guys.
So the little one sleeps with us because he sleeps in one spot all night, or like moves occasionally, but like not enough to disturb our sleep.
Like top to bottom kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my husband gets out of bed way early, even on his days off. So the dog's used to, once Dad gets out of bed, he gets Dad's side to himself.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll move then. But this little butt face this morning would not get out of bed. Would not. And I was like, we normally take the boy to school like by now, and you've already peed by now. And I looked at him, I said, you ready to get up and pee? And he gave me the face, like, don't you dare make me get up.
Oh, jeez.
So I covered him back up, since my husband luckily is off today, and was like, fine. I guess you're not getting up to pee before Mom leaves. See you later, lazy bum. Like, what is it with dogs who are, because he's like an older, not old, but like he's 5, and he's getting, for a small dog, kind of up there in a little bit of years. And why do they think that they are the owners and that we're the pets? Have you noticed that?
I don't know.
There are some dogs that are like, well, mostly cats, let's be honest.
Cats.
Cats have that, I own you, this is my house thing going on. The dogs usually don't care, but Ty is like, he's very finicky. Very finicky dog.
He's set in his ways.
Well, and then if he gets too nervous because of his idiot brother, the bigger dog that's actually younger, he like has to have a sweater on or a t-shirt. Or he has to be buried under something. This time of year, you sit on him more often than you know where he is. Because he's buried under a blanket and some pillows. And he's so spoiled. He won't even go out some nights. He's like, you know what? I think I'll hold it. I don't want to poop.
Yeah.
Can you imagine holding your poop all night just because you don't want to go outside?
Like, the more we get into our winter months, the more TikToks I see of smaller dogs having like snow boots and coats.
We did that experiment on the big one. You remember?
Yes, I do.
Because he was chewing because he has like allergies, and with the grass over the summer, he was gnawing at his paws, and they were getting like pink and raw and awful looking. And so we got him boots. We still have them, but they
didn't last very long.
They didn't stay on very long. They only kind of moderately helped. They annoyed him more than it helped the paw chewing. So we 86 those, but pampered animals.
Oh yeah, that's another time and another place.
But that grinds my gears. That dog, he is so fucking lazy, and he gets everything he wants, and he's the one that gets everything he asks for. Goes on car rides, gets pup cups from Starbucks.
Puppuccinos, man.
Come on. And then he's like, pass. do you mean pass? How do you hold your pee all night and still not want to get up?
Uh-huh.
I wish my bladder wasn't my alarm clock and I could do that.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. There are times where I didn't realize that I hadn't peed all day because I've been like so focused or just didn't care. I don't know.
I did that yesterday. I realized when I got home from here that I was, hadn't peed in 6 hours or something, 6 or 7 hours. And I was like, oh, I'm dehydrated. Fabulous. So I drink water.
Wonderful.
This time of year is ridiculous too because you can feel like your lips and your throat are so dry because
Yes.
it's cold and it's dry in every place that you go.
It is dry where we are recording now.
Oh yeah.
And I always get shocked everywhere I go. And my hair has been so staticky today.
She shocks me too, and she comes over to ask a question or go over something.
I know that I'm a shocking person.
You're
But
electrifying.
not physically. Like, come on. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm electric.
It's electric.
My second gear grinding.
Ooh,
is,
there's another one.
Yeah.
Hey, Wanda, what is it?
Not having my car for a week.
Yeah. She's been suffering with the, I would call them the union, and there's nothing wrong with unions. That's
No.
not what I'm saying. But the unionized like mechanics who are just like, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Like the mechanics.
Meanwhile,
My car was acting weird, and I just got this new car. For me, it's new. About 2 months ago.
yeah, October.
I would say. Yeah.
I think,
It was October. It was before I moved into the new place.
Right.
Literally right before.
Mm-hmm.
And it started slipping, like the transmission would make it would think that it was in park, but I'm in drive. It was a whole thing. And so I called the mechanic last week because I finally was able to get it off the road after having a cop sit behind me almost 15, 20 minutes on the road for my car to like reset. Calling them, dropping it off, learning that they would not be able to look at it until this Tuesday because they had
Which is recording day, even though you guys will listen tomorrow, Wednesday.
That's right. So basically a week from the time that I dropped it off because they didn't know if they would have time to look at my car since I didn't have it planned.
Because you can really plan your car going into park mode and drive.
Yeah.
Sure.
And finding out that
Sure.
it's a transmission clutch.
Yay!
Yay!
In girl language, blah, wah, 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 wah,
Pretty
under
much.
warranty, and we'll fix it today.
Yep. I pretty much have it figured out that it shifts the car.
That's exciting.
I
I'm sure
want to
that
say.
was fun for you.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun.
With the quotes and everything. Fun.
Fun because having no car for a week and not being able to make extra funds means less Christmas presents for people.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
But I was actually looking back on some old pictures of Christmas pasts. Of yesteryears.
If you will.
And like they were pictures of me and like my family members and opening up Christmas presents, but I could not believe how many Christmas presents there was.
Mm-hmm.
Big ones, small ones, like some that were, it's like the coconut song, some as big as your head. But, like it was, there
That
was
would be
so
the bowling
many.
ball, right?
Probably.
As big as your head. Yeah. And
Wow.
then you look now.
And it's like they got more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
They got a lot smaller.
and the kids all want the latest gaming system, which, that's about $400. And then you're like, well, that's the whole thing. And they're like, yeah, but I also want. And you're like, also want? What are you talking about? Also want?
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't have to do a gaming system this year like we had originally planned for the kid, because Jesus.
Yeah.
It was even an inexpensive one, and I was like, $200. Ugh. Like, I don't know. That's a lot.
Like, you could put that down for like a car.
I'd rather get other things for $200.
Like, I find it's really funny because, like, of course, you get, like, with other holidays, you get, like, an Easter basket.
Ooh, candy.
But, let me tell you guys, family that I have and friends have basically turned Easter into, like, a second Christmas.
Why?
I don't know.
Isn't it about, like, hunting down eggs and eating chocolate? And
Yes, but
Jesus lives and all that,
But
like...
everybody that I have, like, that I follow on social media, it ends up being, like, they get an Easter basket, but oh no, they get, like, the latest bike. Or they get all of these Nerf gun sets. Or, like, what?
Maybe, like, a small Nerf gun and some candy, but, like, not, like, these
No!
huge, grandiose
Or they
things.
get, like, gift cards and stuff. I'm like, what happened to just a basket of candy and you go chase down eggs?
We got, like, I would get, like, a necklace or a pretty bracelet and candy, but, like, nothing...
Usually it was bubbles and chalk for me.
Yeah, but, like, nothing ornate. It was, for a kid,
I never
so...
got a bike.
Not a bike, no.
Or, like, the latest gaming system. It's almost like...
You get a PS5, yeah.
It's almost-
Jesus lives.
Almost like they didn't have... Like, they ran out of money for Christmas that it turned into, okay, when's the next, like, celebrated holiday?
When's that gonna be?
Easter.
Hmm.
So we could get them what they didn't get for Christmas. There have been times where I got IOUs. I got IOUs for
As long as
Christmas.
they come through.
I love you, Mom.
As
love
long
you.
as she
She
cashes them
knows.
in.
She knows.
I don't have a problem with that.
She did. She did.
Oh, I had no doubt. I just, as long
Yeah.
as you cash them in, cool.
But
Did she put stickers on them and stuff? I bet that'd be cute.
it was like a
Hand-drawn heart. I love you. That's exactly how I would do it. So,
yeah, no.
flashy note.
Like, it's just so funny because, like, I just remember all of these big, huge presents, and then all of a sudden it's like, it starts dwindling down every single year.
As you get older, too, and then I found as an adult, like, my mom's like, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, nothing. I can buy myself whatever I want throughout the year. Like, what do I want you to buy me? You know what? I want, like, $200 so I could pay it on a credit card. Can I have that? That's what I want.
I know. Normally I ask just for, like, gift cards.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I want.
That's what I asked for this year. I was like, listen, I have everything I need, clothes-wise and otherwise. You know what you could get me? Starbucks gift card, Bath and Body Works. You know why? I want my house to smell good, and I love coffee.
Yeah.
I'm a happy camper with all that.
I know. So I was like, because every year I've always said gift cards. Every time that my mom is like, what do you want for Christmas? Don't say gift cards.
She knows already. She's like expecting the answer.
But what is so funny is that every time that she gave me gift cards, because she knows me so well, is that in years that I was a teacher, all of my gift cards that I got for Christmas would go to my classroom.
And
not to me.
on yourself. That's why
Not
she
to
doesn't
me.
want to buy them for you.
Yeah. So
That's it.
she's like, don't say gift cards. And so every time I would open up gift cards, she's like, this is for you and not for the school.
For you.
But I'm like, Mom.
I get the same speech from my husband about the kid. You will be getting just yourself Starbucks with this, not you and the kid, right? I don't care if you splurge on the dog, because pup cups are free, folks. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I've ever paid for one, but the dog's fine and you're fine, but don't be buying him stuff with this. Absolutely not. So
Yeah. Like, it's really funny. And how many of those presents that people get regifted?
Oh my gosh.
I know it is so funny watching it on TV because you're sitting there and you're going, ha, ha,
That's a good idea.
ha. I did that last year.
Ooh, a candle. I think I passed a candle on that got passed on to somebody else.
Or you get the same present again. And you're
It's
like,
never happened to me, thank
huh,
God, but I know people that.
That's
happened
That's
too.
happened too?
Yep.
Oh my God. Like, yeah.
For years here at work, we had a white elephant party,
Mm-hmm.
and that was always the one I would take the present, the one thing I didn't like that I got,
Yeah.
to, and then you wrap it, and then you play. For those of you that don't know what a white elephant party is, you bring a gift or two per person, and then it's basically a game, and everybody leaves with at least one present, which is great. And you guys can trade and steal, and it's a whole thing. But that's what I always did instead of regifting to people that I knew would know.
Uh-huh.
That was my way to get out of the one. But I think I've trained everybody well enough now. If you don't know, gift card. Or if you don't know, I love blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Love blankets. Even if it's a small blanket, I have a cute little Wonder Woman blanket over at my desk because I love it. And it keeps me warm on cold days like today.
And she likes Squishmallows too, guys.
I do like Squishmallows. So, like, if you know me well enough to know that just one of them cute little things is absolutely, I'm so easy to buy for. And I get so mad this time of year because I got like 3 people on my list where I'm like, what the fuck do I get this person? I love them dearly, but they don't need anything.
Yeah.
What do you get them?
Like, it is one of those conundrums that I have. And I've always been nervous to, like, re-gift stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just like, what if I... Because, like, it'll be, like, years that they gave me something. And I'm just like, crap, did they give me this that year? And do I give it back? I don't know who gave it to me. Oh, shit.
I'm not keeping track of the regifting good enough. I don't know.
I don't know. And I know at the school that I worked at, we did a Secret Santa.
Okay.
And we did it for like 7 days.
7 days? Like, do you get a
So
different
like
present every day?
7 day. Was it 7? It was either. We did it for an entire week where the person, because they didn't know, you had to fill out a questionnaire. It was really cute. Fill out a questionnaire, and then when all the questionnaires got back, then they would do like a shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have to pick out the person, and of course they didn't know, no one knew who they had.
Right.
And so you basically looked at their list and what they liked, what they disliked, and then you would go out, and everything had to be like under like $10. So I basically went to like Five Below.
Oh, the best store.
And got pretty much everything.
Of course.
And when you came into work, because everybody was pretty much in classrooms during shift change, no one ever knew. And we had stockings on the wall in the hallway.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right? And then you would stick the present in, but you wouldn't say like from, So it was very funny. By like day 3, all of us kind of figured out who we had.
I think that's how that goes with Secret Santas, though. Like, you kind of go, okay,
but it was really cute, and it was kind of like a team building thing too.
Right.
To where you kind of got to know somebody that you didn't know very well.
Right, before.
Yeah. So I thought that was a really cute idea. I feel like a lot of traditions have been like thrown to the wayside a little bit.
I would agree with that.
And I mean, there's some new traditions. I'm kind of excited to see what the Christmas party has in store for us.
Later this week.
Yes.
They're famous for their mashed potato bar, which is my favorite thing ever, where it's
so
like
excited.
Mashed potatoes, and then they have like all the toppings. One year that they had them in martini glasses, and we got to like put the mashed potatoes in the martini glass, and then you poured them on. I don't know that they'll be that fancy this time, but like, I love potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
It's the best thing ever.
Potatoes.
And then they have this cool like prize table where you bring in like hats and gloves and scarves for underprivileged children and people, and they donate those. And then what they do is then you're entered in you get tickets and you can do like put your tickets in the different things. It's kind of like a silent auction
Okay.
kind of setup. And the last 2 years I went, I've gotten a huge poinsettia that I had like setting out for Christmas, and it was beautiful. And that was one of the years I think that I didn't remember to bring something one of those 2 years, and they were still like, we got to get rid of them anyway. Take it.
Like,
awesome.
yeah.
It was awesome.
Did your parents ever have Christmas parties? And did you ever go to them?
I don't remember them going to any. I don't know that they did or didn't. I think I was so self-involved as a kid that I don't remember. So obviously I didn't go with them.
Yeah.
At any point, but
I forget. And I know Mom will probably scream at her TV and be like, it was us. But I'm pretty sure, and you guys are going to laugh. I laughed at this. But my mom used to be a secretary or an office manager for Acme Industrial Group.
Like the anvils in the cartoons?
No!
Oh my God.
Even though she would get calls about if they made stuff for Wile E. Coyote.
Oh my God, of course.
But they made brakes.
Okay, that's
So,
fair.
I mean, they made things out of metal.
Were they good breaks?
I think
At the
so.
very least?
I want to say so.
Oh, good.
But I want to say it was for Acme, not the grocery store. Acme Industrial Group. I think it was for her company. And they had like a Santa come in and they gave all the kids presents.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it was very cute. Like, I think there's a lot of companies still that kind of do that. Where, you know, the last couple of years...
It depends on if it's kid-friendly, but if it's kid-friendly, they have something like that.
Yeah, because I don't think it was anywhere that my dad worked at. I'm trying to think. I don't know. All I remember is that there was a Santa, there was a lot of people around, and me and Chelsea got...
cute little gifts to take home.
Which I got, for the very first time, a Little Mermaid Barbie doll.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because they must have, like, told, like, the Santa that came in, or, like, the boss who bought all the presents and stuff.
Yep.
Because that year, I was so into Little Mermaid.
What girl wasn't into Little Mermaid at our age, though? Let's be honest.
I think I was, like, 5 or 6.
Oh, you were, like, that age where you glob onto one Disney movie and that's all you watch.
Yes. And there were times where I got the babysitter very upset because I would not leave until one scene played to go to school before we had to go out and wait for the bus.
That's one thing we have in common.
I'm like, no,
Details.
We are not leaving until this scene is over. Period.
I have to see it. My grandma actually had a family member. I don't know if it was like a great uncle because I forget who used to do it in our family. But when we would have like an event before Christmas Day.
Yeah. That
we would be there, and she would have a Santa come, and it was a family member, and he would give us like I think one of our presents from her. If I had to guess, because obviously they weren't from an extended family member, and we had our own Santa. And me and my cousins thought we were like really slick because we had our own Santa, and it was just like the few of us.
It's only exclusive.
And it's not at a department store, and we don't have to share him with everybody else's kids.
And we don't have to wait in line with other stinky kids.
I remember I used to love Christmas, and I feel like now that I'm almost 40, like being the magic maker versus being the person experiencing the magic kind of makes you into a little bit of a Scrooge.
It does. Like, the more and more you get older, the more you realize how much of a Scrooge or a Grinch you are.
Yeah. No, seriously. And I'm going, I have all these presents to wrap at my house.
Like, this is when I feel
I'm not done shopping.
This is when I feel close to Clark.
Clark Griswold is our spirit animal during this time of year. Because
kiss his ass.
He's not crazy.
Kiss my ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Beat out burnt out,
Yeah.
pissed off.
Well, I mean, you spend all this time, like literally the beginning of December to New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Not even that. More like, let's push you back to Thanksgiving. So at the beginning of November,
Yep.
you're basically planning 2 holiday dinners. Where are you going to go? How are we going to dress the kids for all these things?
Yep.
Are we going to get matching outfits so that we can send out our Christmas cards? Because we're going to do that right after Thanksgiving.
Oh, see, I stopped that the first time I was married because it's a waste of time. I'm sorry for those of you that do it. I love getting them. I hate sending them out, sitting there and thinking, okay, well, who's important enough to get my Christmas card? And do I have their address somewhere?
Yeah.
It's so stressful. Why add that extra element of bullshit to
Because then
Christmas?
you're just like, okay, are we hosting any of our holiday get-togethers? Are we going to company holiday parties? Do we need to get them presents? Oh, do we need to get our bosses presents? I mean, the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm getting stressed out.
Oh, I can hear it. You're getting higher pitch.
Yes.
It's going
Yes.
and a little louder as
And
it
you're
goes
just
on.
like, oh my God, am I going to go out for Black Friday so that I can get all the Black Friday deals? Am I
there
gonna
were
get
no
stuck in
good
traffic?
deals. By the way, can I listen?
Should I wait till Cyber
15%
Monday?
off is not a fucking Black
No.
Friday deal. I'm sorry.
No.
That is something that pissed me off this year, and I've noticed it.
That goes in the grind my gears
It
section.
does. Last year is when they started this shit. Okay, I don't mind that they don't have anything open on Thanksgiving. You should be with your family. That
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. Black Friday should only be on Friday. Cyber Monday should only be on Monday. They extend the sale a little bit on Cyber Monday, a little bit.
Which I kind of
Cool.
like. Yeah.
Cool. But 15% off of a TV is not enough to get my fat ass out of bed on a Friday. I don't have to go
No,
to
that's
work.
like a regular. That's like a regular sale day.
I'm out. I get
Not
5%.
not a holiday.
I get 5% standard at Target every time I shop there. That's only 10% more than I would get on a normal day.
Yeah.
I'm good. I am so good.
No, this is why I never go out for Black Friday. But it's like, when you think about it, like, your list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Our family that from out of state, are they going to stay with us? Or are they going to stay at a hotel? You know, it's crazy.
We make a budget every year, and every year I go over budget on at least 2 people. And I always forget people when we make the budget list. Every year I forget them. Like, I always get something for my son's dad and his wife because, you know, we co-parent well, and I always they're nice to me, I'm nice to them, so I always like to get them something small.
Mm-hmm.
I usually get them a coffee gift card or like a mug or a set of mugs or something that says I appreciate you because you're a great co-parent. I always forget them when we make the budget list, and then it's like, now, you know, 10 days or so out from Christmas, and you go, shit. And then you go, what do I get them? Because I don't want to do anything too extravagant, and I don't want to do anything that's not like nice enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, okay, well then, what friends do I buy for that weren't on that list? Because we only have family members on our budget list. And then you go, okay, well who do I love enough to buy presents for this year? And it's every year we try to scale it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And you try to go, okay, more gift cards because those are easy and they're easy to wrap.
They're very simple.
And you go, okay, and they're easy to budget and they make sense and it's a straight number. And then you're like, oh my God, but they're going to think that they're only worth $75 to me. So I could only get $25 gift card. And then I have to pay $50 out in presents. So it doesn't look like it was only $75 for that person. And it's the budgeting, it's the shopping. And I get pissed off. And I guess this is just a grind my gears episode because we're just going to throw husbands to the fucking wolves right now and significant others. When you get married, they don't tell you when the ring goes on your finger that most relationships, the husband only shops for you. You do every other shopping. You do the Christmas shopping, for the presents, for the dinner, you make all the arrangements. So in my situation, I have 3 kids and 2 of them are from not me. And one of them is from me, but has his dad's house to go to. So we have to configure who's coming at what time, when to cook dinner. All of that has to happen. And I always tell my kids, just come when you come. The food can be warmed up.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that part of it. I try to be the easy house. But the husband is like, oh, where are we on spending? Here's my half. Because my husband's awesome and gives me half, which is cool. But also, you know, he's like, oh, well, why are you in such a bad mood? Because I still have half the fucking presents to wrap, and you're sitting there and you're just like nodding off, and I'm sitting here going, okay, well, the kids are coming to do the tree tomorrow night, and then, you know, I have to work over or do, oh, it was the choir concert last night, and then tonight I got to go home and clean to prep for the tree tomorrow night, and then
it's crazy.
It's just insane.
It's crazy. You're supposed to have a happy holiday.
It's supposed to be fun.
It's supposed to be fun, but
Where
it
is
is
the
the most stressful time of the year.
Especially for wives and moms. I feel like we have like the burden of, you gotta make it magical for the kids, and they gotta have an experience, and they have to have all these traditions.
And like you try to get
stuff.
the the significant other involved in it, and they're just like, no, I don't want to.
I don't like to shop.
Why?
Neither do I. I don't like to shop either.
I don't like being surrounded by other people who don't make good choices.
God. And the crowd anxiety, I swear to God, this time of year.
And it's gotten worse since COVID.
Yeah, and the people, I just totally spit in your direction. I'm really sorry. You just
It's
said
all
COVID,
good.
and I'm like, but the people that are just like not able to wait for you to finish looking at something. When I was at Marshall's the other day, it was like, I want to look at this one thing in the Ohio State section because I'm looking for the ex and his wife, something nice.
Shh. You didn't hear this.
I didn't get anything for them yet, so that's
Okay.
not a spoiler.
It's all
We're
right.
okay.
It's all right. We're good. You can unplug
They're
your
big
ears
Buckeyes
now.
fans, so I always try to look for something Buckeyes if I can. And it's like, okay, I'm literally I stood there for maybe 45 seconds total looking. Okay, I'm a quick shopper. I see it, like it, put it in the cart, don't like it, walk away. I don't dawdle. And this woman is just staring at me like I am taking fucking forever. And I'm like, you know what? If you don't like it, I don't care. So I just got mad and walked off, which is why they don't get anything at Marshall's that trip, because I was so frustrated by other people.
This is when, like, no wonder we get so deep into COVID season, because people forget personal space.
This is my bubble.
This is my bubble. If you don't like it, leave.
A long time ago, I used to do a show with a woman. Her name is Norma. Norma, if you're listening, hello.
Hi.
She always did our backstage, and she was the one that was responsible for keeping us on track on the show, and communicating with the lady that did the other side. Hi, Mindy.
Hi.
And they would communicate with one another, but she had like home base, with the pedestal and the script out and the the earpiece and all the mics next to her. The serious manager of the show.
Yeah.
Stage manager, if you will. Okay. So, all that being said, Norma would say something to you if you didn't respect her bubble. She understands we have to run past her quickly. There has to be a lot of us going in and out sometimes. But, like, stay away from the backside of her while she's trying to concentrate on the thing that needs to come next and when the curtain needs to open. So, I learned from her when I was, oh my God, I think in grade school when I used to go to practice with my dad in middle school. Her daughter...
You stay out of the zone, man.
Her daughter and I have done the show together, and we were kids together watching our parents do it. And for years, she taught me about the bubble. So I think that's helped me a lot because I try to give other people space.
You stay out of the zone, man.
It's so easy.
It's so funny. Like, I'll be looking at something, or I'll be standing in line, and I'll feel like someone is far too close to me.
Mm-hmm.
I will look behind me, look them up and down.
Give them the look.
Like, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now?
Well, and
yes, you are.
Listen, we like each other, and we're on camera together right now, recording in the same mic, okay? So, and we still have personal space between us and our own bubbles to work within, so we can gesticulate wildly and not hit each other.
Yeah.
It's just
that simple,
common
guys.
courtesy.
It's that simple.
Courtesy. Last week's lesson was be nice to service workers this time of year, or all times of year, really.
All time.
And this one is give other people personal space when you're shopping,
Yes.
especially at Christmas. We don't want to have COVID Christmases where we're all alone.
And really, another fun fact. Well, not really a fact, but a little life lesson. Don't be mad at the people who couldn't get you stuff.
Yeah.
Don't.
They love you anyway. They
love
really
you.
do.
It's just that everything is much more expensive.
If you get them a hug and you bring them a pie or something,
Yeah.
that's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I mean, every year I ask my mom, what do you want for Christmas? And she's like, a book or just spending time with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
My dad asked for socks and underwear, so I prefer your mom's answer because I'm not buying him underwear.
Yeah,
all right?
right?
We're adults now. That's
yes,
weird.
If anybody out there, she loves Nora Roberts.
Nora Roberts. Got it.
Yes, yes.
Me too. I understand it. She's very good. But honestly, as you get older, as a parent, that's exactly what you want. Is you don't give a shit if they bring presents. You don't care if they forget the pie they were supposed to bring to dinner. None of that matters. You want to see them on the holiday and you want to hang out, share a meal together.
Yeah.
The rest of it's kind of superfluous and non-important, honestly.
Yeah. And really, going back to what you said, I mean, I buy things for myself. Why would I? Like, I try really hard to, like, put stuff aside where I'm like, yeah, I can wait till Christmas for that. No, I can't wait till Christmas for that.
And honestly, too, like, the whole thing is you have to pretend to like something someone gives you, even if you don't, to save feelings. And that hurts my heart because I hate lying to people. I am not a liar by choice at all.
That's really how it was going to my dad's family.
Because they don't know you very well. Yeah.
Yeah, when they separated, like, we would see them maybe a couple of Christmases, and they never knew what to get us because they didn't call mom, they didn't ask my dad didn't know anything. So we would go, and they were just like, here, we got you presents, but we didn't know what to get you, and we're just like, oh, thanks, we love it. Like, we never...
Ooh, an off-brand Barbie, thanks.
Normally it was clothes that were 2 sizes too small because
I had a great aunt that got me off-brand Barbies. It's just a deep wound for me. It's all right.
It's a wound right here. No, like they wouldn't know what toys we were in or anything like that. And normally they would get us like socks and underwear, and of course the socks would fit, but the underwear and like the other clothes didn't fit because they didn't know what size.
And back then, when we were young, they didn't give the receipts with the gift and the card.
So basically that stuff got like re-gifted or given to like
donated.
Yeah. Pretty much. So it really sucked, but of course we didn't throw a temper tantrum. We're like, thanks, this is great. Because of course my mom taught us well.
Right. Having manners is great, but
to respect.
I would just much rather go and have dinner with them and talk with them and get to know them if it's somebody you don't see all the time.
Yeah. And really, they tried. So, of course, we saw the effort that they put in to try to give us a Christmas because my dad really wasn't around. Because, like, my dad never picked us up for Christmas. It was always my family members.
Oh, my God.
His sisters.
And we talked about him before on the show. You guys know how he's dad number one on the list.
At least I came out real good.
We love her. I mean, listen.
That's one good thing he did in his life, was make me.
That's correct. I will give him that. He gave me Wanda, so he will always be okay-ish in my book, but that's about as nice as I can be. It's a Christmas miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
And of course, you guys got like an extra long episode.
We didn't even realize the time was this long, guys. We were having a blast. But next time, we're going to talk about winter flings to keep you warm.
Oh, yeah. Think about that one, guys.
We will see y'all next week.
Next time. See you later.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Goodbye.